The village woke up before the sun did. In a small house in rural Tamil Nadu, 12-year-old Kavya stood in front of the mirror, frowning. Her grandmother was standing behind her with a small steel bowl filled with yellow paste. "Pati, please, not again," Kavya complained. Her grandmother smiled gently. "It's just manjal, ma. We've done this for generations." Kavya rolled her eyes. We've done this for generations. Why? Nobody explains properly. That question changed everything. The beginning of the argument. Kavya was a modern girl. She studied in an English medium school. She believed in science, logic, and Google. That morning, she had a small pimple on her cheek. Her grandmother immediately said, "Apply turmeric. It will heal." But Kavya laughed. "Pati, we have face wash, creams, doctors. Why turmeric? This is old village stuff." Her grandmother didn't get angry. She simply said, "Tonight, I'll tell you why." Son face the story of the yellow shield. That night, as the power cut plunged the village into darkness, Pati began. "Long before hospitals, before pharmacies, before tablets, we had manjal." Kavya listened quietly. "Do you know why brides are covered in turmeric before marriage?" Kavya shrugged. Pati continued, "Turmeric is a natural antiseptic. It kills bacteria. It prevents skin infections. When many people gather for weddings, diseases spread easily. Turmeric acted as protection." Kavya blinked. Protection? Microscope the scientific truth. Pati's voice became firm. "Turmeric contains something called curcumin." Kavya immediately looked up. "Yes, curcumin is anti-inflammatory," she said, remembering her biology class. Pati smiled proudly. "It reduces swelling. It fights bacteria. It improves immunity. It even helps wounds heal faster." Suddenly, turmeric didn't sound silly anymore. Mosquito the village wisdom. During monsoon, Pati continued, mosquitoes multiply. Infections increase. That's why we mix turmeric with water and sprinkle it around the house. It repels insects naturally. No chemicals. No side effects. Kavya was silent. All these years, she thought it was superstition. Yellow heart the emotional truth. "But Pati," Kavya asked softly, "why apply it to children every Friday?" Pati's eyes softened. In old days, children played in mud, fields, rivers. Small cuts could become serious infections. So mothers applied turmeric paste weekly. Not because of belief. She paused. But because of fear. Fear of losing their child. Kavya's throat tightened. This wasn't ritual. This was love disguised as tradition. Blossom the hidden mental science. "There's more," Pati whispered. "The smell of turmeric and herbal oils calm the nervous system. In old times, people didn't know the word stress. But they knew how to reduce it. Turmeric baths improved blood circulation. It reduced body heat. It balanced skin pH naturally. Ancient Tamil households weren't backward. They were observant." Years later, Kavya moved to Chennai for college. One day, in a microbiology class, the professor said, "Curcumin has antioxidant, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory properties. It is being studied for cancer prevention and immunity support." Kavya froze. That night, she called her grandmother. "Pati, science proved you right." Pati laughed gently. "Science didn't prove me right, ma. It just caught up." The realization. When Kavya returned to her village during a pandemic outbreak, she noticed something strange. While cities panicked, her village was calm. Doors had turmeric water sprinkled outside. People consumed warm milk with turmeric. Small wounds were treated immediately with herbal paste. It wasn't blind faith. It was preventive healthcare. On her last night before returning to the city, Kavya applied turmeric to her face without being told. Pati noticed. Kavya smiled. I used to think traditions were outdated. She held Pati's hand, but now I understand. They were survival strategies. Pati replied softly. Never reject something just because it is old. Ask why. There is always a reason. Sometimes what we call superstition is just science waiting to be rediscovered. Traditions are not enemies of science. They are early forms of science.